Toodaloo, toodaloo. Good morning to me, good morning to you. Well, actually, good afternoon. Alright, so today I'm gonna talk about stuff that can help. Pretty much I'm gonna talk about many different things, observations, rumors, um, and stuff that could possibly help out if you were to get infected with COVID-19, aka coronavirus. Um, so I'm sure everybody has their own informational area where they go to look for things. Um, for me, there's been my uncle. He tries to stay linked in with a lot of things. He sends me information here and there about things. Before I even knew about the coronavirus being what it was, he gave me a video of people of the Asian descent who they cough and they start rubbing stuff like that. So it's like intentional and stuff. One second. So in a second, I'm going to share it as well. Alright, so I'm gonna let you hear it as well. So after this, I'll express my opinions and thoughts and more information.
Literally dozens and dozens of doctors.
I apologize in advance for the kids yelling in the background. That's my little brother and
I
sister.
confirm the info below with my cousin Arash, who is the director of pulmonary department at the Harvard Medical School and Hospital. He has been treating COVID-19 patients in ICU for the past 2 weeks and validated the accuracy of this information. Please send this to as many people as you can. This information might save lives. Stay home, well, and safe. And this is from a friend of mine who I've known for years, so I have absolutely no doubt.
Welcome to the channel, by the way.
This is the straight deal. Information from Vienna's laboratory studying COVID-19 say vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen, Advil in their system. Do not take it. Those who recovered did not take ibuprofen. So if you have symptoms, take paracetamol, acetaminophen, Tylenol only. It looks like this virus thrives on ibuprofen, so don't do it and tell everyone you can. Please pass this information on to everyone in your family, each family. I don't want to miss anyone, so share as much as you can or copy and paste. I just spoke with my friend who was a nurse in Vancouver, and they just learned that Advil makes the virus 10 times worse. Oh, wow. Tylenol only for the time being. She said Advil kickstarts the virus into pneumonia. She also said they are not releasing the correct number of cases on the news, and they have patients coming in every day, some currently on ventilators. Soon they won't have enough room in the hospitals to treat patients. They will have to turn people away. They've canceled all surgeries to use the ORs for available ventilators, but it still won't be enough. She also said she found people in their 40s and 50s who were previously healthy to be on ventilators and having major difficulty breathing because they took Advil. Also, 4 doctors have had.
Okay, so Advil and ibuprofen, your main two that they're saying is a kickstart to the virus. And for people who might have fevers, etc., it seems like you're gonna have to go another way with these symptoms. So, in my general observation, my opinion, I feel everyone should stock up on Tylenol and the first two that he said. because I can't really remember. I'd have to go back and write it down. But those things are supposedly a help, you know? And I would also say blood types. Blood types are a big help in a health factor. Like me, I'm not gonna list my blood type, but blood types such as like the O blood type, which are universal, which means it can help almost anybody in the world. I would say those blood types are the type that help to fight off many different many different viruses, bacterias, and blood type problems. So if people are like a O positive, O negative, O, those are good blood types to have. And I mean, I'm not sure if, I mean, evidently in today's day, there are things that there are things that copy the vampire type motive in life. So you got doctors, etc., and those doctors, they might be the type of doctors to take blood in order to make observations. And there's also blood drives and shit like that where they take your blood and give you movie tickets, you know? So I would say to combat this coronavirus, stay far from people. Of course, not many of you want to stay away from family members, but it's like there's a lot of incidents that have went on to where recently there's been people catching the coronavirus because they want spring break for school. That's in. They're like, no, we're not gonna chill. We're gonna party as hard as we can. If we get it, we get it. Those retards are the ones who go out. They intentionally get it. They feel crappy, and when they get home, they bring it home to their family. They bring it home to their girlfriends, their little siblings, people who matter, people who they wouldn't want to see anything happen to. And those are the people who go home to kill their families based off of a coronavirus that was basically man made. In my eyes, it was man made. Even though it came from a bat or it came from some type of animal, this virus didn't just wake up and say, I'm about to go get everybody. This virus said, I'm going to get the stupid ones who do stupid shit and we're going to spread that shit. You tell me how the fuck it got from Wuhan to the world in a heartbeat. It's like it could have been years, and I'm sure the coronavirus has existed for many years, probably since the 1970s and way before that, because we have epidemics and we have all this shit going on. Every election year, there's a new virus. Why the fuck is it every election year and not every few months? How does 14 people who they know have the virus, they let them all free into the world? It's like shit in the movies where they intentionally spread a disease because it goes from a cruise ship and 14 people only having it to now it's popping up in the nursing homes, it's popping up in the hospitals, it's popping up every single place in the world. And for some reason now everybody has it, but first only 14 people had it. We knew about it way before this shit was happening. Nobody did shit. Nobody prepared. Nobody got their supplies ready. Some people did, but the people that didn't do it for the world. They did it for them and their own family. Now we have the virus, and the virus is here. And now America's the number one nation who has contracted the coronavirus. Not only because we have a lot of ignorant motherfuckers, but because these motherfuckers think ain't shit gonna stop them, or they have a problem with authority, or they just want to be cool for the gram. They want to be cool for whatever they can be. There was this one guy making a ton of Instagram videos, and the funny thing was, right after he finished those Instagram videos, this dude was in court apologizing, telling some, "Oh, it's for the gram." Da, 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 da. Stupidity, it's like cocaine. You know, cocaine's a hell of a drug. Stupidity is a hell of an ignorant thing to be. Hell of a thing to have. Stupid motherfuckers trying to influence people that, oh, we could do whatever the fuck we want. Yeah, till you dead or till you sick. Till you done killed about a quarter of 1,000 people, 250. You got two people coronavirus, and it might be your fault because you telling them, oh, police can't do shit. At the end of the day, they doing their job. When you go to work, what do? You do your job, right? Me personally, I don't really like police, but I don't hate every single police officer. I've met my few good ones. My reasoning for not liking the police is back in probably around '09 ish, my father was killed by police. My father he was mentally ill. He had schizophrenia, and that didn't stop the police from putting bullets in his ass. They didn't want to use no tasers. They wanted to use bullets. They didn't want to hit below the kneecaps. They wanted to kill him. So that's my reason. But if anything, I have more of an issue against the Maplewood Police Department, not against the whole entire world. A mentally ill person doesn't want to live. So you're gonna give them what they want. When they say, "What you gonna do? Shoot me?" What do you expect? And if you actually do it, then what? You know. But they got cleared of it. It was justified because police killing mentally ill people. That's always gonna be justified because we don't have a good justice system. We never would, never will. FBI can't stop police corruption. The judge won't stop it. And the police departments, they got their own backs. Biggest gang in the world. There are some good cops though who they're against it. Kudos. But I can't agree with every police officer in the world. I don't like a lot of them. But that won't make me go act a fool just because I don't like them. I'm gonna do what I can to get you up out of my face while I go and do what I gotta do. So now people can be charged with terroristic threats if they knowingly try to infect people with the coronavirus. Terroristic charges, that's a federal level. You go into federal prison after that. So just one little that could possibly get you killed or that can get you arrested in these days. So that being that, for people who are to try and combat the virus, stuff that can help out, just focus on personal care. Take care of yourself. If you're hungry, eat. If you're thirsty, drink. Mainly focus on drinking water because water helps the toxins in your body dissolve. It helps remove. Water is a good fixture, I would say. But in other words, don't take ibuprofen, don't take Advil because those kickstart the virus, turns it into pneumonia, and causes a whole bunch of stuff you don't want to happen to your body. As well as that, make sure your loved ones aren't quickly rushing to the bathroom to go get a bottle of Advil. For the people who are depressed, who you may know of, and the people who you might not know of, for the ones you can help, help them, because helping one person goes a long way. Because if somebody sees the genuity of somebody giving actual care about them, a crap, a shit, however you want to take it, that goes a long way because that might help them to help the next person out. And it doesn't cost crap to be a good person. The main thing that can cause people into just not caring is feeling like nobody cares for them. So if they feel that way, imagine a person who's as lonely as can be. They don't want to be here anymore. So they can give a fuck about themselves, they can give a fuck about you, they can give a fuck about the next person. Our duty on this world is to be the best person we can be, determine how our lives end up. It does not hurt to do something good for somebody else, especially if you're in a position to. Me, I wish I could do great for the whole entire world, but the position I'm in, all I can do is work with what I got. So, me, I'm gonna make sure my family's educated. I'm gonna make sure my family is defended. I'm gonna make sure my family has a way if I can. And most likely, it's not gonna be a way that isn't accessible because I'm gonna make a way no matter what. Even if I'm broke, even if I'm on my last limb, I'm the type of person that'll do my best to make sure everybody around me is good, and everybody else in the world should as well. Coronavirus, as far as that goes, to me, it's still like a big pandemic. You know, normally these days, people see some shit going on. What do? Oh God, I'm about to make me an Instagram video right quick. I'm about to make an Instagram video right quick. This about to go on the Snapchat. World star, world star. That's all people want to do. I have yet to see somebody do that with this coronavirus shit. I haven't seen anybody fall into their death from a coronavirus. I haven't seen anybody having, and other than what the news shows us, what they want us to see, I have yet to see a coronavirus death. Not to say that I would want to, but if I were to be out in public and I see somebody on the floor having a seizure or some shit, and it's not a regular seizure, it's some type of shit that makes you look crazy, possibly. I'd rather know what that looks like. So if I were to see it in front of me or within my own home, I would want to see what precautions they take towards helping that person to survive maybe a couple more hours, couple more days, whatever they can do, just to know how to combat it and fight it if it's brought to me. And it's a lot of shockers in this world, but you have to pay attention to the things you can do versus what you can't do because you can only change the things that you can change. You can't change everything in the world. You can do what you can do, and that at the end of the game, that's it. When the game says game over, only way you get in a retry is you restart it or load from a save game. When you die, ain't no loading nothing, ain't no restarting nothing. You gonna cross over into the crossroads, and that's that. So everybody get some Tylenol. Don't panic buy because you panic buy, that's just gonna increase more panic. When somebody goes to the store and sees that there's nothing because you wanted to buy 100 packs of Tylenol from every single store and you thought you was gonna price gouge or some shit or do something to where you thought you was gonna make money off of it. There's a lot of different ways you can make money off this epidemic. Right now, I would say all hustlers unite because there's a lot of stuff you can do rather than to make somebody else's life harder because you want to make a big buck because you know this shit ain't gonna last forever. Honestly, truth be told, it could last forever. That depends on the government. Because if the government allowed this shit to easily be passed around, in my head, the first thing I thought, this shit is airborne through the government. Because 14 people on a cruise ship versus now it's in all of the nursing homes. All old people now have it. The funny thing is, as long as them people been in them nursing homes and they didn't have it, but as soon as it's brought up in the news and now they all have it, it's a rigged game. So do what you can to protect your loved ones. If you don't have a gun, I don't really know what to tell you because people are panic buying. So that changes up the market. That brings up the price in some places. Some places have good deals with it. But when it's nothing in the gun shops because everybody's like, oh, now this is the perfect time to go get a gun. Ain't nobody gonna kick my door in. Da 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 da. Recently, there's been a numerous amount of looters in Family Dollar all the way out in Detroit. A subscriber of mine who I also subscribe to, Mr. T Electric, they looted a Family Dollar over there, and there was no police in sight. From what he said, I haven't seen the news clip or anything of that. I haven't fully did my research on it, but the fact of it all is there are videos out where supermarkets, big brand stores, they're being looted out in Florida and Port St. Lucie, West Palm. There's been people trying to break into cars, trying to break into people's homes. Video evidence, all of that. And the guy hasn't been caught. So, I mean, yeah, self defense is a thing. Because you don't know what he could have. He could have a gun. He could have a hammer. He could have a brick. He could have anything that can cause harm to you or your family if he wanted to make sure he got his way to get up out of it. Because nine times out of 10, he's probably trying to go get some shit to go supply for his family. He just don't got money. So as far as it comes with guns, this is America. You got YouTube, you got Google, you got everything that can teach you how to make arms, self defense, traps, weapons. It'd be smart for you to have something and you to have nothing, even if it's a little old high point that costs you about $100. It's better to have that than to not have nothing because if somebody were to come to your house and cause harm to you or your family or try to steal from you and your family to make their lives easier and your life hard because they don't care about your well-being or your family's well-being, yeah, it's real. This pandemic has people losing their cuckoos, but people have been doing that for years. Only difference is now they're gonna feel more that they need to do it and they're gonna swear by God that that's what they're gonna do. So you have to be protected, not only in arms and defense, but in food, medical supplies, air, non contaminated anything, purified water, salts, stuff that genuinely are used in everyday life. Because some people, they have high blood pressure, they have low blood pressure, they have low blood sugar, high blood sugar. And there's a lot of rumors going around, there's a lot of information that nobody's even looking at. Right now we're focused on this pandemic, but while everybody's focused on this pandemic, how many people are worrying about supposedly the meteors that we're gonna have next month? Not to say that it's verified or factual that we might have it next month, but there's been talk of meteors. What are we gonna do to prepare for that? We can't really do shit. Military, probably do a little bit. NASA, they could probably do a little bit. But the people, if these have been things that have been reoccurring for years, what would bring it to these people's brains to not make them get prepared for it? I can't really think of an answer for that because unless they wanted to happen, that's the only reason that they would not at least try to prepare. And I think a lot of people have it out for mankind. Because I mean, not all of us are crappy, but a lot of people have made our race, our human race, crappy. And all we can do is prepare ourselves until that time comes to where the inevitable happens. The stuff we don't want to happen the most just happens because we couldn't do anything to stop it anyway. There was no way we could get prepared for that. Like us versus a meteor, 5 people versus a meteor. There's nothing we can do about that unless we own like 550 cows and we aim it directly at where the meteor is gonna hit, and then everybody shoots at the same time to break the meteorites up. But how the fuck haven't we had a big gigantic cannon about the size of the meteors that could probably shake the whole entire world if one shot was let off just to break up the meteor? How the fuck? You know, it could exist. It could be somewhere. They got nukes, but are they gonna shoot a nuke at a meteor? I don't think so. They might pull some ignorant shit and be like, it won't hit us. We don't gotta waste that big old nuke that we got sitting in the warehouse somewhere. But the best thing to do would be to do that. And you'd be a damn near savior to all of us. But it'll also be bad. It'll be good and bad. Good that we stopped the meteor from destroying the whole entire world, but bad because now you got nuclear material in the air, biohazard. The best thing you can do as far as this coronavirus pandemic, get you some Tylenol. Don't panic. Buy a double or a triple dose for you and everyone that consists of your family. Leave it as that. When you start to get low, then you're going to buy more. But if that's not the case, don't buy the whole box. Please don't buy the whole box. Think about the grandmothers and the little kids out there. Buy what you would need. Maybe a couple of months supplies, but nobody's gonna need a Tylenol every single day. Nobody's gonna need a Tylenol every single minute. Nobody's gonna need a Tylenol every single 20 seconds. You don't have to buy that much. Just buy enough. Don't buy ibuprofen. Don't buy Advil. Not right now, at least. And at this point, I'm not sure if it'll be something to buy forever. Advil might drop tremendously because if that's something that'll kickstart to pneumonia. Think how many people have already been popping Advils like it's been nothing. I'll attest to that. I used to take 4 Advils just to try to cure a headache. I'm sort of feeling the headache right now. I got some Tylenol, but will I use it? Nah, I'm gonna wait until I'm seriously in the point of where I don't even want to get out of bed. That's when I'll use it. I'm not gonna use it when it first starts. Though the smart thing probably would be to use it, but I don't have an unlimited supply of Tylenol. I only went and bought out essentials. Not bought out, but I went and bought essentials to where if my family were to need it and nobody was able to give it to us, we would at least have something rather than nothing. If it's gonna come, it's gonna come. But I have a praying family, so that sits out aside as well. Some people, they might feel like they need to get their faith right. Now's the time to do it. Me, I've been laid off from work, so I've been on the lonely side of things. I don't really have a lot of people to socialize with. I don't have a lot of friends. And I do what I can. I used to do what I want, but no, I do what I can. I'm not gonna be one of those idiots that run out and rob the stores. I'm gonna be that one guy who, if somebody tries to come to my house and tries to rob my house for supplies, like we're in The Walking Dead, they're not gonna be face to face with a walker. They're gonna be face to face and turned into a walker, and then they're gonna be executed. Like before I use a gun, I'll probably use a sword or a baseball bat. Unless you bring gun to gun, and it's gonna be brute force with brute force. But your brute force will be met if you come over here. But I'm a good person. That'll be the last thing I want to do. But to protect my family, I'll do what I have to do. To protect myself, to make it back to my family, I'll do what I have to do. So stay prayed up. Make sure you keep you not only taking care of your physical health, take care of your mental health, because your mental health affects your physical health. If you get depressed, you'll be sleeping a lot. You might eat a lot. You might eat less. You might sleep less. You can't continuously go without sleep because it'll affect you. If you don't eat a lot, that will affect you as well. Me, I possibly eat about a meal or two a day. I try to exercise, try to get some fresh air. I try to drink water, anything I can drink to get fluids in my system. Because me personally, I would say I deal with depression, but I try to deal with it to the point where it doesn't affect me bad. Like I might sleep a lot, yeah, but my head is still on the right motives. I want to make sure my family is good. I want to be here to survive, to make sure my family is good. So if they ever need me, I'll be able to be there. Now I have more time to do it because I'm practically laid off from work, so I have to fill out one of those unemployment papers and stuff. But take care of yourself in all aspects. Everything that can have a title to a topic, take care of yourself in those aspects. Financial, you can't do that much right now, but you can do something. Physical, there's a lot you can do. Mental, there's a couple of things you can do. Spiritual, same thing. So, as far as health goes, make sure your food is good. I understand a lot of people can't hunker down for like a month or two. Make sure you get enough for something that you and what everybody else eat. Get things that go more in quantity over quality. Because if you go for quality, it's like you're one of those people who would go and buy 20 steaks from the supermarket to have a steak every night. Me, I'm the type of person that'll go and buy 2 boxes of off-brand cereal, 1 box of on-brand cereal, maybe a jug of milk or 2 jugs of milk. Buy like a pack of ramen noodles and noodles, and I'll make that thing last. Cause me, I don't eat a lot. I don't I don't get hungry. But it's things like that. Medicine intake, don't overdo it. Take as cautious. If you need to take some Tylenol, take one or two. Don't take four or five. Don't be greedy. When you're greedy, you run out fast and then you need more. So be smart. Don't be an idiot. Don't look at Instagram and be like, oh, they went outside, so I want to go outside. They're in Miami. Look at all those bad biddies. That's stupid. You worrying about something that could possibly get your life taken away from you in many different ways before the coronavirus and after. You might want to go mess with a chick that got the coronavirus just because she looked good. You think that, oh, this is the only time I could ever do it. This shit clear up. Watch, probably after the damn election. It's probably not. It's gonna be just like SARS. It's gonna be just like Ebola. It's gonna be like the swine flu right after they elect the new president. It's gonna be something that you barely hear about, but it still exists for some reason. So be smart. Before this coronavirus, chicks were trying to act like dudes, getting dudes set up. In my own words and other words, Jackboy style. You go over to their house, they try to trap you up in there, you get mugged by 3, 4, 5 guys with guns. You're gonna be in a Gucci Man situation. So what's the point? Stick to your family, stick to yourself. For you people that don't want to pay for females premiums and pay for porn, nigga, Pornhub is free. X videos is free. XNXX is free. Google is free. You don't have to pay for that shit. Save that money for supplies. Don't be a pervert. A lot of motherfuckers be fat as fuck, can't even get up from their seat because they spent their life eating junk food and beating their meat, paying for premiums. Don't be stupid, people. Be smart. Think ahead. Make a game plan. Exercise. You get your stamina up and your cardiovasculars up and all of that. You tune up during this shit. By the time you get up out of there, for one, you get your lungs right, your cardio. That coronavirus, it ain't really gonna be shit to you. Drink water, let them toxins go through. Don't hold the bathroom if you gotta go. You gotta use the bathroom, because that's dangerous to your body. Having those fluids just stock up inside of you. But other than that, on another note, I'm checking out. I'll probably check back in maybe a few hours from now, maybe later on. But just remember, I'm gonna just say it one last time, so it's like you don't want to watch the whole video, you just want to skip through it. Here it goes. Don't take ibuprofen. Don't take Advil. Take Tylenol. And let me find out what he said again. I'm gonna play it again for you one last time.
Second bit of news, I got this from a very trusted friend of mine who's a doctor, and it's been copied to literally dozens and dozens of doctors, and it reads as follows. I confirm the info below with my cousin Arash, who is the director of pulmonary department at the Harvard Medical School and Hospital. He has been treating COVID-19 patients in ICU for the past 2 weeks and validated the accuracy of this information. Please send this to as many people as you can. This information might save lives. Stay home, well, and safe. And this is from a friend of mine who I've known for years, so I have absolutely no doubt this is the straight deal. Information from Vienna's laboratory studying COVID-19 say vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen, Advil in their system. Do not take it. Those who recovered did not take ibuprofen. So if you have symptoms, take paracetamol, acetaminophen, Tylenol only. It looks like this virus thrives on ibuprofen, so don't do it and tell everyone you can. Please pass this information on to everyone in your family, each family. I don't want to miss anyone, so share as much as you can or copy and paste. I just spoke with my friend who was a nurse in Vancouver, and they just learned that Advil makes the virus 10 times worse.
Oh, wow.
Tylenol only for the time being. She said Advil kickstarts the virus into pneumonia. She also said they are not releasing the correct number of cases on the news, and they have picked.
Okay, so that's that. And then when it comes to blood types, find out what blood types are around you. If you could find somebody who has O positive, O negative, or O blood type, those are universal blood types. And those are the people who, if you were to need a blood transfusion, those people can help you. So study, put your brain to work. You have a brain for a reason. Use it. Use it for research. Use it for skills. Use it for learning. Everything you do in video games, use your brain for them purposes. Survival video games are good to challenge your brain. Playing games like Sims, that helps you in general day life. Finances, what you're gonna do to get to where you want to get to, and what you're gonna do with what you got. Take care of everything. All right, y'all. Checking out. Love y'all. Stay safe. Spread the word. Stay healthy. Stay prayed up. Checking out.